Thursday lunchtime, and we're over in the Paris ballroom. Um, Behind us, the main event is going on. One day I will be taking part in that, but for this year, that's not in the bankroll. So today, plan is to play the daily deep stack again. I feel I played well yesterday. There's been a couple of days this trip where my approach, my mentality hasn't been spot on. And that's something I've identified and hopefully put right. Yesterday, I felt, even though I didn't get any results, was a day full of good decisions. And look, you can make the best decisions you can all day and still bust out. That is poker. But what you need to do on long term is just keep making the best decisions you can all the time, and the results will come eventually. And that's what I believe in. That's what I'm going to put into practice again today. And if the $250 deep stack doesn't go well, then we'll have a little run in one of the other deep stacks later on in the day. But the main focus for today is just the $250 deep stack. Sheila, the lovely Sheila, is going to rail Daniel Negreanu. He's in the last five on the final table of the $100,000 PLO Championship. Both myself and Sheila wish Daniel all the success, and we hope he takes that down and gets bracelet number 8. Definitely go Daniel today. That's it for today. I'll update you later when I've got something to say. The t-shirt for today is Rocky. Obviously, we love Rocky. We know he's our man. I'm just going to use his inspiration and perseverance and just keep fighting for as long as I can, and that's all I can do. How are you? 4 levels down. We've gone from 25,000 to 36,800. How have I done it? Slow and steady. No massive hands. No massive decisions to make. Only good ones. Did have aces in one hand. Guy bet 700 when the blinds were 233. I raised it to 2,400. Folded back to him. He called. As flop came, ace. I had black aces. Flop came ace, 10, 7, all hearts. He checked. He could be checking for value. He could have already had made flush hand there with 2 hearts. But I decided to put him to the test, because even if he's only got 1 heart there, he might not fancy calling it off. So I bet 4,500. He just folded. I ran a bit of not a semi bluff, but I got king jack offsuit. It was not raised to me in late position, so I just flat called and ended up being flat called all the way. So 5 players to the flop. The flop came 10, 9, 3. Everybody checked it round. I was last but one to act. The turn paired the 10s. Checked me again. At this point, I just think there's a board there which has got texture on it that I can represent a hand on, or a range of hands on. So I decided to bet 1,600 with the intention of getting all but one at least to fold. And they all folded, so I just picked up that pot. But it was interesting. It says a lot about my table, that they are not overthinking everything. If they've got a good hand, they're raising pre-flop. If they miss, they're folding. They're not thinking in terms of what other people are on, what the ranges are. One guy was openly berating another guy at the table, saying, "Why did you fold me with that hand on that board, blah, blah, blah." And the guy that was having a go, it was like, he wasn't really making a very good point, and the other guy just sat there listening, and I could tell the other guy was thinking, I can tell you don't know what you're on about, mate, so shut up, I'm going to get your chips later. And I thought that was really good. He didn't respond, he didn't interact, he just sort of let the other guy tell him his opinion. I knew the guy that was doing the telling was wrong. The guy next to me, who was on the receiving of it, knew the other guy was wrong as well. But we just, after the other guy shut up, we just looked at each other and sort of had a little smirk at each other. We know the score. So, summary for now, a good 2-hour session, no mistakes, very good decisions all the way through. Folded pocket nines from mid position. There was a raise to 900. I called the raise. The guy behind me raised to 3,000. The initial better called the 3,000. And at this point, I just thought that at least one of them was going to have a pair higher than a 9. It was early days in the competition, so I just thought, I'm going to fold. The flop came down. It was 3 really low cards, something like 6, 4, 3 or something like that. The one guy next to me bet, the other guy, the initial raiser, jammed and he called. The guy next to me had got aces, the other guy got queens. Pre-flop, that's an excellent decision because you're not always going to hit on that. As it turns out, I would have hit a 9 on the turn, but decisions over results. In that situation, even if you call there, you're dominated by 2 hands. You've got to hit one of 2 cards. So even though I would have won the hand, I'm not disappointed. It was a great fold. And I would do the same in another situation with the same read on the 2 guys. So that's it. We're playing well. We're just going to carry on playing well. Okay, bust out of the $250 deep stack. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I got it up to about 50,000, which was good. Solid, not under any problems. A new player comes to the table, sitting on my immediate right. I've got ace jack suited. The guy, I'm in seat 7, the guy in seat 5 bets 5,000. The guy in seat 6, the new guy, he bets about 40-something thousand. I only saw him shove his big chips in, but he did actually say all in, so the ruling was that it was all in. I called the all in to try and isolate. Unfortunately, seat 5 called as well. So my ace jack versus seat 5's ace 10 versus seat 6's pocket 6's. The flop was ace 10 6, and the turn in the river didn't help. So the set of 6's won, and I'm out. I didn't play badly all day. I could have got away from that spot, but you know, it's one of those. If you want to win a tournament, you've got to build chips up. I don't regret playing the hand, and we can't live by the results. So plan now is to jump into the $400 daily deep stack, and we'll give that a go. They're on about level 5 at the moment, so I'm going to jump into that shortly, and then see if we can spin that one up and do something from there. But that's it for now.
He flopped the straight. Yeah. That's it, right? That's it. That's it. Yeah. Congratulations. You know I'm good at that game. I swear. I know. You make all these big runs. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Now go win some. What price is it? Congratulations. More to come. Woo! That was fun. I enjoyed that. My heart appreciated that first hand we had him in. Oh, by the way, the 2 big pots when I bet all my money on the river, I had nothing! All the money, bluff. That's the risks you gotta take to beat Russian Bear, who's a great player. Hey, there's nothing. We did it, buddy.
This is not as difficult as you may expect it to be. So back in the hotel room, I've been here for a little while now with Sheila. We just had some food. We're going to get packed up to go home tomorrow. Wasn't my day today in the events I entered. So I've entered the $250 daily deep stack. Lost a 3-way all in, ace jack, v ace 10, v pocket sixes. Sixes scooped the lot. Then I went in the $400 daily deep stack, and second hand I played. I got ace jack. I raised it. The blinds at the time were 300, 600, 600, 30k starting stack. I raised it to 1500 from mid position. Got called by the gentleman behind me. Flop came 6-6 jack. Happy with that. I lead out for 1500 again. He calls. The turn is another 6. This time I up it to 5,000. He jams on me, and I think about it for ages. He could have the 6 there. If he does, I'm just punting it off. But then in that spot, he could have different hands as well. And if I'm folding in that spot when I'm trying to build a stack to win a tournament, when I'm only losing to one hand, one very specific hand, or even at that point one specific card, then that's the wrong fold. That's the wrong mentality for this game. So I made the call, and he showed ace king. So bear in mind, he called off his tournament life with ace king on a board of 6-6-6 jack, and I've got ace jack. And yep, he hits the king on the river. Absolutely nothing I can do about that. And that left me with 4,000, 4,200, something like that. The very next hand, I got pocket 5s. I put it all in with that. I got called by king 8. I held, so I doubled up to 9,500. Folded the next 2 hands, and then the hand after that, I got ace king. The guy in early position raised to 2,000. I jammed. The guy next to me that won with the ace king against me, he called my jam for 9,500. The original raiser went all in for well over 70,000. And then the guy to my left folded, so it was just heads up. And he'd got pocket queens, and that was it. So literally, I don't think I lasted a single orbit in that competition. Now, decisions v results. Could I have got away from any of those? Yes. But was it the right decision to call the all in with the ace jack on a 6-6-6 jack board? Absolutely. I've got 13, 14 big blinds against an aggressive raise with ace king. I'm going to shove it. They're not bad decisions. The results are bad. And if I think back through every tournament I've played in the 2 weeks that I've been here, with a couple of exceptions, I've played very, very well. I've made lots and lots and lots of good decisions, and the results haven't gone my way. So whilst that's frustrating and disappointing, although the trips are financial, bad run, where I think my poker game is at the moment is in a much, much better place than it was at the start of the trip, because I've learned so much. I've developed, I think, an internal resilience and mentality where I can still feel frustrated and angry, but I can bounce back really quickly. So we're going back to the UK tomorrow. This will be the last Vegas vlog. To everyone that's come across these vlogs and interacted and viewed, thank you. I'm just a old bloke from England that can't play poker very well, that's trying to improve and go on a journey. And it means so much to me that everybody has watched and taken part in this journey with me. I won't be vlogging every day going forward because I do have a full-time job. But when I'm back in the UK, any tournaments that I do play, I will vlog as well. So don't just forget about the vlog, keep it there in the background, and then when something new drops, if you hit like and subscribe, then you'll get to find out about it. But for now, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching and following. It means everything to me. So thank you very much.